Welcome to PopTake, your hot takes on music, pop culture, and life. I'm Hugo Philippe,
And I'm Michael Mello.
and we have so much to talk about today. We've got Hilary Duff.
Leigh-Anne as well. We finally completed the trilogy of Little Mix solo album.
The ones we care about.
Well, hey now, hey now. Well, it's one thing Fifth Harmony never got to do, so I'm very excited as a mixer.
Fair.
But also, I think another exciting thing, the Hannah Montana 20th anniversary announcement. It's really just a nostalgic day for anyone who is a fan of pop culture.
Yeah. Disney, that whole
the
world.
Good stuff. America's Next Top Model. We're going to get into all that drama.
That's crazy. That's actually
It's really a nostalgic episode today, so buckle on down and let's get started.
Okay, let's just jump right in. We've got Hilary Duff's new album.
Hilary Duff, Luck or Something. Look how beautiful that is.
This is like the artwork. Okay, but wait.
Yeah.
Let's look inside for a second.
Yes. First of all, stunning.
Yeah. I'm kind of obsessed.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And, like, the vinyl's gorgeous. Do you want to pull out the disc?
I don't usually pull out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, pull out the disc. Pull out the disc. I'm so happy we're getting into vinyl stuff because like this has been my
wait,
baby.
Look at all these photos. Wait.
I actually haven't looked at this yet. This is the reveal on camera.
Okay.
Okay, wait, give me this one. I'll share. You can show the vinyl.
Try to struggle and open a vinyl.
Look at that.
Wait, it's so pretty.
I've heard that before.
Look at it.
This is a
so
lyric booklet.
Pretty.
I'm trying to force us to do more vinyls. Like last week we had Wuthering Heights, and now
this is gorgeous. Look at this pink color. Wait, okay, put it with the album. Look at that. That is a pretty piece right there. Okay, Hilary.
I also feel like you missed something.
What did I miss?
Wait, I have it.
What do you have?
I have something else. I have.
What is it? Shut up. Wait.
You had no idea.
Hilary Duff. That's
Hilary
her
Duff
signature.
is here with us today, guys.
Oh my
God.
God.
A piece of Hilary Duff.
Wait, let me look at this.
A piece of Hilary Duff is here.
Wait, her writing?
She's quite literally on set right now.
Okay, I love you, Hilary, but your H kind of looks like a K, respectfully, doesn't it? But like still love. And also the album is amazing.
This is how you know it's real,
This is so exciting.
Anyways, okay.
And it's got like, you can tell like it's not, it's a marker because you can tell there's a little.
It's legit. I mean, but also like when I see people's signatures and it's like not perfect, like that's how you know it's legit because I feel like she
was doing like thousands of them.
Yeah, she wasn't just there like perfectly signing Hilary Duff.
Us with Hilary Duff. This is probably the closest we're ever going to be to meeting Hilary Duff.
Unless one of us gets picked up to do the dance, which I highly doubt. It's not going to be me, so
yeah.
He's already practiced. See, this is why.
With love. But let's talk about Luck or Something. This album, I think with Luck or Something is exactly what I wanted a Hilary Duff album to sound like, in my opinion. I also, first of all, Hilary Duff ending the album with the title.
Yeah. Smart.
Luck or Something.
Genius.
Prolific. I was like, Shakespeare is somewhere being like, man, I wish they ended Romeo and Juliet with the words Romeo and Juliet. That's clever writing. I just really like the album. I like Weather for Tenant.
Yeah. I'm so surprised. And it's not that I didn't think I was going to like this album, but like, I feel like this is the first time where I genuinely listened to it, like Hilary Duff, and I'm like, you have something to say. Do you know what I mean? Like, and like not in a bad way, just like a lot of her discography has been just like very like surface level. Do you know what I mean? Like they're like fun.
No, I don't know what you mean.
No, like they're like fun dance songs, like they're
So Yesterday.
Song. Yeah,
no, that's like a deep cut. I'm looking out the window. It's raining. I'm sad.
No, it's nostalgic.
Oh my God.
But like no, like she has stuff to say. She talks about her dad.
Oh my
she
God,
talks about her sister.
Yes.
She talks about her like, insecurities in her relationship. Like it is so, for lack of better words, like a mature album.
It really is a mature album, honestly. And like the song We Don't Talk, which is about her sister, I think is so beautifully put. Because sometimes like relationships of all capacities, it could be with siblings, it could be with friends, it could be whatever. But sometimes they just end. And I feel like sometimes we don't talk about that awkwardness of being like, I kind of wish I could talk to you, but I also know we probably can't.
Right.
And so I think she really worked. Like the lyrics on the album, I think are what I enjoy the most.
I think they're more honest and raw than I thought they would be.
Yeah.
Which like we kind of got a bit of that in like you know, the single is like Mature and Roommates, but I just feel like it's even more honest. And I'm kind of proud of her. Like, I feel like this is the beginning of like an adult Hilary Duff career. Like, I feel like the next record, like, I hope she's back to music and like she will see that there's a demand for this.
Yeah, there's a high demand. Oh my God, the tour. I need to get tickets.
You did not survive the
I don't want to talk
Ticketmaster
about
war.
it.
I'm sorry.
I don't want. This is not what dreams are made of. I will get Hilary Duff tickets.
You're gonna see her. She
I'm
has like
manifesting
multiple dates.
Hilary
in
Duff
her
is gonna
area.
see this and she's gonna be like, "Give that twink some tickets."
He did the dance on camera.
I did.
He looked at my signature.
I will
and literally
find
cried.
tickets. I will find tickets. They might be nosebleeds, but I will see Hilary Duff.
Just join us in the lawn. I got lawn tickets because I didn't want to do the fight, and I was like, you know what, a ticket is a ticket.
It's smart, yeah. But now it's hard to get even lawn tickets. I will be there.
Also, like, I feel like this album is gonna be perfect to just like kind of chill in the lawn with your friends and just like sit back and listen.
This album, actually, if I could give it a drink, I actually would say it's red wine on a summer night.
100%.
Because it's like,
I mean, she has a
deep
wine
chats.
colored.
Yeah, exactly. It's deep chats. It's like good vibes. But I think also there was a lyric where it's like she's making fun of like some guy, like her ex's new girl kind of thing. It's like she says she loves Bon Iver, but calls it
Bon Iver.
Yeah. Anyways, I thought it was funny.
I think I was just happy overall with how it was written, and I think that like that's a great song. I think what's your favorite song? I think that was Future Trippin', right?
Future Tripping I really like, because I also think with Hilary Duff's Future Tripping, I think it's a very relatable topic of kind of like expecting something bad to happen when you're in something good. And I think, first of all, credits to her and her husband for writing that, because she said in an interview, she's like, I constantly think he's gonna cheat on me, even though I know he won't, but like it's just that fear. And I'm very similar as well when I date or like have friends. Like when a friend says I love you, I'm like, you don't mean that. Yeah. You're lying.
You're like, the clock starts now.
Yeah,
you fuck this up.
Yeah, you will find something. So it was just nice to have that in a song.
I think that what I'm most surprised about this album is like because she wrote all of it with her husband, and like a lot of it, like there's a good amount of songs about him and like her insecurities about him. Like I think my favorite song is Holiday Party, and it's literally just like.
Oh, sorry, that's the one I was talking about. Was Holiday Party about thinking the husband will cheat?
There's multiple songs.
Yeah.
But Holiday Party is specifically like he's gonna go to a holiday party and cheat on her, and like her playing out this whole scenario in her head about like what's gonna happen, and like there being like no grounds for it except just like insecurities. You know what I mean? So I mean like even the first song on the album is like about her and him fighting. And like the Weather for Tennis. Yeah. Like it's literally just
I was wondering if it was about him or if it was about her ex-husband.
I took it about him. Okay. Because then like they talk about how like they'll make up and then it just like, is this just gonna keep happening again? Maybe it's not about him. But also I just like the one thing that made me think it was about him is that like there's a line about how like she's like a people pleaser and then he like does whatever the fuck he wants kind of thing and like will continue arguing or like be a shit disturber. I forget the lyrics exactly, and it made me think about how like he did that like photo shoot, like the Ashley Tisdale mocking photo shoot, and it just like made me feel about how like she like I'm a people pleaser, I'm just not gonna talk about it, and he's just like no, I'm gonna do this mocking photo shoot. So like to me, I related it to that incident.
I don't know about that, but also this album was written before that incident. I don't know. I interpret it as like the ex, but I still think it's really strong writing. I really like the album. And I do think Mature was the right choice as the lead single. Like listening to it, I think Mature, like, I'll admit the first listen to Mature, I didn't love it. Right. Then now it's like definitely going to be one of my favorite songs I most play this year. I love the concept of it. I just think it like really set the tone for the world. Roommates was a great follow-up, and I think Weather for Tennis is just like a really strong third single. Right. But yeah, I think it's a really good album. I'm very satisfied.
I have no notes, which I'm like surprised about because I did also like when the two singles came out. I think both of us at first listen were not in love with it, but like I think it's a body of work. Like it's a super solid album, and like she kind of I feel like she reinvented the wheel for herself a little bit. Like this just doesn't feel like Hilary Duff, and I'm kind of here for it. Like it feels like a mature Hilary Duff.
I think that's the point. That's what I said is like Hilary Duff is having such a strong comeback. Right. Because she's giving us adult Hilary Duff music, which she would have given us an adult Lizzie McGuire.
I thought about Disney Plus. I thought about that. I literally wrote in my notes because like this album, she talks about like her insecurities about cheating and like her dad and not talking to her sister and divorce and all these things. And I'm like, is this the maturity she was trying to bring to Lizzie McGuire that Disney was like,
Probably.
I don't want
And
that?
but this is what fans want. Like we want to hear these
100%,
things.
100%.
And like she also did this interview. And last thing on Hilary Duff, Hilary Duff did this interview with her son for Billboard Family, and it's so cute because it's like her son. He's like at one point she asks him, she's like, "What's the name of my album?" And he's like, and I'm like, that is just like a perfect way of like looking at, and I love that. It shows like she raised her son like as like just a mom, like not being like, I'm Hilary Duff and you should love me, blah, blah, blah. Like, and it's very cute, their interactions, and he humbles her.
How old is her kid? I didn't even know she had a kid. I'm not.
She has 4.
Oh wait, I did know this. The mom club is what's fighting. Duh.
Yeah.
Like,
her son with her ex-husband, who is Canadian, was a Canadian hockey player.
okay.
I want to say he's like 13 because she said he's like an adult now. So I think he's like a teenager. But yeah.
Well,
next topic.
Yes.
This
one's all you, baby.
Yes, I am so proud. Leigh-Anne dropped her debut album, which means we now have all 3 Little Mix like solo projects. And like as a mixer who also is a harmonizer, we didn't get all Fifth Harmony solo albums, unfortunately. So I'm just like really proud that Little Mix was like able to do it. And Leigh-Anne's solo album I think is really good. I love the song Goodbye, Good Morning. It is a bop. Like I heard it this morning in the shower, and I kid you not, I was given a performance. I was like, ooh. Well, all her songs, Leigh-Anne has been really good with singles. I have loved every single she's ever done. Been a Minute is fantastic, very strong.
Is that the one the video is like in the club?
Kinda, yeah.
Like
I mean, it's like dancing.
Yeah, okay, cool.
But then, unless you're thinking about like My Love, which was like earlier on.
No.
Okay,
it was the one with the sample. What's the sample? The one that song we always hear at Pride. Put your back in it. Just so, what song is that?
That's not that. That is not. Been a Minute. That is Most Wanted.
Okay, that's
Put your back in it. Yeah, that's Most Wanted.
Okay.
But anyways, Leigh-Anne's solo album I think is really good. It sets. Leigh-Anne's solo album is really good, but I also want to say that like the thing I love about her solo album and the other solo albums that Little Mix has given us is each album it's definitive, but it's like it still feels like Little Mix in the sense of like those 3 girls, the sound of them together is Little Mix.
Right. But they have their own elements.
So when you go into their solo projects, you're like, oh, I've heard that you sing like this in Little Mix because there's like an essence of this. And I'm just very proud. I'm praying that the Little Mix fans give Leigh-Anne a top 3 album debut because she deserves it. And then they would break history as like the first girl group in the UK to get all albums in the top 3 debut. And I think if anyone can do it, they can because they're also like, I think the first ever girl group to win a Brit Award for best group.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, so like in their acceptance speech, Little Mix was like, and we want to thank the Sugar Babes, we want to thank the Spice Girls, and like all the British girl groups that paved the way for us.
Yeah, there's so many girl groups from the UK that is like such a crazy stat.
It is. But
I didn't give it a proper listen just quite yet. There's so much new music today.
Yeah, it's really good.
For everything I have heard, I've liked, and yeah, like everyone's got their own vibes, which I really like. I think I'm always afraid when groups split up that like someone's just gonna try and do the group music but solo. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like they all use like a lot of writers and people that they worked on for Little Mix albums, but they're doing their own sound, and I think that's what makes this extra special. And she's doing it on her own because the label was trash.
Leigh-Anne being independent is another reason why I really want to see this album perform well because I think she deserves it. But also like Goodbye, Good Morning, you need to listen to. That is a smash hit.
I'm trying to think of what song I loved.
It was really good. There's also a song like Burning Up I liked, Revival, Talk to Me Nice.
I think it was Free.
Free? Okay,
yeah, I think I really liked Free when I was listening to it this morning.
I just think it's a really good album, and I'm wishing the best. And I hope she tours Canada.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting Jade. I'm always happy when like UK girlies come here, so let's go see her. America's Next Top Model, this documentary that's out. I want to talk about it because I cannot stop seeing it on the internet.
It's everywhere.
I know. I haven't watched it yet, but like I feel like I've seen enough clips to just know that it's a shit show.
Yeah. I've seen the viral meme right now where it's like, if you see this photo, just know I'm not sorry. And it's Tyra Banks in the interview being like, and I think that sums up the documentary.
Yeah, it's so crazy to me because like there's so many viral moments from this show that are just like crazy. Like when she was like, yeah, we were all rooting for you. Like I know that we know that, and I know that we always
when
use
she
it.
fake fainted and she's like, that's acting.
That was bad. And like even there, I keep seeing like resurfaced clips from like things that obviously weren't even from the show, but like she had her talk show when like Naomi Campbell came out and she like didn't have a studio audience for her, which is like insane. But like I think what I'm most like not shocked or like curious about is like maybe because we work adjacent to this stuff, but like I know that like reality TV is not real. Like and it's like so much producers and like people like changing stories. So like hearing about these things and like so what some of these girls went through, like obviously awful and trash, but like finding out that it's like fake is just like, I'm not surprised by any of it. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like that is what reality TV is. And that's sort of like what you sign up for.
One thing I will say about Tyra Banks that I find interesting is like, okay, so Tyra Banks obviously led this legacy of America's Next Top Model. Obviously, for its time, looking back on it now, horrible things that she did to some of those girls.
Yeah.
Pinning all the blame on her, I find a little difficult because yes, when you work in television, it is a team of people that put things on. Are there things to flag that I think Tyra should take credit for? Yes. However, I also look at, I loved Tyra Banks' talk show growing up. I think she touched on like a lot of topics. I don't know why, but I vividly remember there was this Tyra Banks talk show episode where,
oh my God, it's the same one we're thinking of right now. Go ahead.
where like she literally had it on air. Like someone was getting, I don't know if they were getting their stomach pumped or what. Like it was like
crazy.
Cleaning out like the poo. It was almost like douching, like professional douching, and they were doing it live on TV. Like you couldn't see the bum, but you could see the tube coming out of this curtain and like being.
That's crazy.
And she would just do crazy things like that on TV. Or I also remember when she was like, the paparazzi were calling her a little heavier, and so she did a whole talk show in her bikini and was basically like, if you want to talk about my black fat ass, like da da da. So while I know America's Next Top Model, there is a lot of controversy and she did a lot of bad things, I do still want to give her credit that she couldn't change the whole industry. And I do think when with her talk show, she tried to do a lot of right. It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, I think that could be up for. I mean, the Naomi Campbell clip, I don't think
that is crazy.
Yeah,
but if my enemy wanted to come on my talk show, I would also do the same.
I remember this one clip of when I was younger of her having these guys on, and it was like her asking about gay for pay. Have you ever seen this?
Oh right, yeah.
And she's like, "What? You guys do gay porn for pay?" Like, yeah, girl, it's called acting. Like, I think that's the point.
Yeah, but that's the thing about the Tyra Banks talk show that I thought was so interesting. She really would have those topics that people wouldn't touch on.
It was kind of like a little bit Jerry Springer, but not like the trashiness level sometimes. Do you know what I mean?
Mixed with like a Wendy Williams beforehand. Yeah, it really was interesting. I do think one thing about the America's Next Top Model documentary that I find shameful is knowing that Miss J had a stroke and was in the hospital, and Tyra did not once reach out. I think, obviously, when friendships or whatever things like sever, I guess like sometimes there isn't a need. But I think if someone's on their dying, but you know what, it's hard. Yeah, because I can also see her point of like, would this person even want me to reach out?
Yeah, I think that when you have those thoughts, it's difficult. Like,
yeah.
I mean, we've had this conversation about like when things happen and like people don't reach out, and you're like, well, they thought it would be worse if I did.
Yeah.
So I can kind of give the benefit of the doubt, but I think it's like I also haven't been on my deathbid to like say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think I've been like sick or like in the hospital or like family's passed away or something, but like not to that extent.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Yeah, I want to side with her. I mean, like two things can be true. She can be trash in some things and not trash in others. Like I watched that clip of her telling some girl like, I would never post like this with my stomach hanging out. Have you seen that clip?
No.
And like the girl's like posing and like literally like it's just like a little bit like there's like a little bit of overhang as you would expect a normal person to be when posing in like a weird ass pose, and she's just like making it seem like she's like wearing her shirt that's like 20 sizes too small. Like she's just like going in on her, and I'm like, girl, like that's literally like a little like 2-second Photoshop thing, which you guys are gonna do anyways. But I don't, like there's definitely certain moments that were played up, and obviously it's for TV, and you didn't need to like mentally torture these girls like this. but at the same time, like, it's what people wanted to watch. You know what I mean? So like, it's
Yeah.
difficult to like fully put the blame on her. But if she is the one that's like giving this speech and like mentally, you know, doing these mental gymnastics, then like that's on her.
Yeah.
She didn't have to do that. But
I agree. I also think my last thought on, well, I guess too, with America's Next Top Model, I think it was a product of its time.
Yeah.
I don't know if America's Next Top Model will work now. I know she announced that there's going to be another cycle. I feel like it's going to be like when Simon Cowell was on the hunt for another boy band to be the next
Right.
One Direction. Like, I don't really think sometimes you can recreate magic. And I don't think we need another modeling show, especially for this time. However, what I will say, and this is, like, Tyra has done interviews about this, that
Right.
she has gotten bigger and she's like aging into her body. And so she, like, I think she did Victoria's Secret fashion show and she was embracing that.
Right.
I wonder if in this next cycle she's going to be pushing to show
Like diversity and like
and
more,
what modeling has become. Because the one thing I will say about America's Next Top Model also is I don't think they touched on the one deaf model. I think his name's Niall, who's still very much working. And he's like created his own Netflix show for like deaf people. Like,
Interesting.
it did push the envelope, and I think like for certain people it helped them start their careers because Niall is like gay, deaf. He's also stunning, and he's done a lot of advocacy for people of that community.
Okay.
And so like if Tyra did that at the end of America's Next Top Model and she does this new cycle and she's giving it more to voices who need to be seen, maybe it could be a beneficial thing.
Yeah, I think like I feel like sometimes it's a TV of its time because like even I watched a little bit of that Simon Cowell like Netflix where he's trying to like build a new boy band, and like back then when he was like kind of a douchebag on TV, like you were just like, oh, this is interesting. And I don't know if I'm just like an adult now or if that time is done, but like I was just like, meh, I don't really care to see you like berate these people anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he wasn't even that bad at it, like that rude as compared to like, some clips I've watched from the past.
Yeah.
But I think I'm just like, meh, like I'm over this. Like I'm not into like this negativity, but who knows? I mean, something that's a lot more positive than America's Next Top Model.
Hannah Montana, 20th anniversary, March 24th, I believe.
Yeah, it's soon.
It's so soon. And they already just sent invites to certain people to go to the live taping of it.
Okay.
And listen, the historical impact of Hannah Montana, like if you did not live through that, it was insane. And I have a little cousin and she loved Hannah Montana and I loved Hannah Montana through association and secretly because I loved it.
Sure, Jan.
But yeah, it was just.
I'm going over to her house to hang out.
No,
she's
I
gonna watch Hannah Montana
on my own for sure. But I think it was that time period of Disney. I don't think has been recreated. Like the Selena, Demi, Miley, Camp Rock, High School Musical, like. That was peak Disney Channel for me. Obviously, I know kids will feel differently and they'll claim their generation's version. But that, I think, is peak Disney Channel. I'm so excited that we're getting a 20th anniversary of Hannah Montana. But also, we're getting Camp Rock 3. And Jonas Brothers is in there. Demi Lovato is executive producing. And she better be in that movie because I'll be pissed.
Can you imagine?
If she does not get herself in that movie.
Wasn't, like,
no,
she is
I
Camp
know.
Rock. I'm sorry.
I know at the end they're going to be like, and now we're going to judge the competition. And we brought in our extra special friend, Mitchie, to judge with. Like, if
she has to be in it.
I will cancel my Disney Plus subscription.
She has to be in it.
Anyways, and Wizard of Waverly Place, like they rebooted that, and Selena Gomez is in it. So this is just peak time.
Didn't they kill her off? I mean, she's a wizard.
Spoiler alert.
No,
technically, yes, but like, I feel like how they ended it, like they can save her.
Yeah, I mean, it's a show about magic. Anything can happen. Like,
like basically she like takes out the villain and they go into a portal. So I'm like,
she like sacrifices herself.
I'm like, they're gonna open the portal and save her.
Yeah.
And then
we've heard this story before. We've heard her quit music so many times.
Right?
she is not quitting Wizard of Waverly Place. Come on.
Alex Susso will return in Avengers Endgame. Yeah, exactly.
Basically. I want to talk a little bit about book to movie adaptations now because people are going crazy over this Wuthering Heights remake, and I don't understand it. People don't like it, and that's fine. But there's literally been like 8 adaptations for this, And so at this point, I don't understand like what more people could want. Like, do you just want them to remake the exact same fucking thing
Over
with
and over
different
again.
people? Like, I don't get it.
My thing with book to movie adaptations is sometimes it is. I used to work at a library, so I like a book. I love a book. I also very much love book to movie adaptations. But my thing is sometimes book lovers will hate so heavily on a movie, forgetting that not every scene can be included.
Yeah, 100%.
One of my favorite book to movie adaptations, and I will die on this hill, is Perks of Being a Wallflower. And the reason being is because the author of the book is the director of the movie.
Right.
Which means certain things did get cut.
But it was their choice.
But it was like, it's literally from, so if an author of a book can look at his work and say, there are certain things I can remove to this for this to make it onto a movie, I think book lovers can learn that.
I think
they get adapted.
I think for the most part, like authors are always involved in some capacity when books get.
Well, not Wuthering Heights because that person's
she
way
did. But like but like in general, if it's like a current book, right? Like I feel like they're involved. Like they obviously have to get paid for it and rights and stuff. So like they know. I think most authors are married to their story enough that they like want some sort of not control, but like I want to make sure this doesn't get changed or this doesn't change or you know what I mean? Like so I feel like anything that has been removed from movie adaptations, there's a conscious decision with the author there. If not, like the author's going to come out and talk shit about it, which obviously people don't want, right? But
even Heat and Rivalry, like Rachel Reed and Jacob Tierney. Rachel Reed is the author, Jacob Tierney is the showrunner. They're so close. Like they speak so highly of each other, and it's like, yes, because they work together to bring
they
her.
made these decisions. Like this is her baby. Like she's obviously going to be a part of it in some capacity. But I just don't get like. I think that when there's a first time something's getting adapted, I understand they're wanting to be a closeness to the original source material. I get that. When this is the 8th movie and you have like a creative director that's like, you know, making a movie and like doing their vision on it, I don't understand wanting to see the same thing again. Like I don't watch like even some of my favorite movies, I don't watch often because I like to experience new things. I like to watch different movies. I don't understand wanting to watch the same thing. Yeah. And like people like go watch the other one. There's so many of them. I don't like.
You know what? The Harry Potter remake bothers me to no tomorrow.
People are so mad about it.
Because why? We don't need another Harry Potter remake. The movies are perfect. And they're like, each season is going to follow the book. First of all, feels like we're just recasting because J.K. Rowling does not love the old cast.
Is she
anymore.
involved in the new thing?
She's gonna have to. Like she's like it's
but hasn't
her
she,
rights.
Like, sold like all of it. Like Warner Brothers owns, I think.
Yes,
Potter,
but
right?
I mean, like she's still gonna make a cut or a percentage or something, right?
She's gonna.
But I just feel like there's no need for a Harry Potter TV show. I'm not trying to diss on the new cast. Like, I think it's just like the movies are not that old. Like
Yeah, but they make money, so it's like they're obviously gonna make it again. It's like one of the biggest franchises.
But that's one of those things where it's like book to movie adaptations. I'm like, did we really need each book to be a season?
I will say they did try and do spin-offs with like the Invisible whatever monsters, Fantastic Beasts.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
And like, yeah, I'm not a Harry Potter person at all. So like, if I say things wrong, whatever. But like, I think of Star Wars where like Disney's pumping out so many different Star Wars movies and like little mini series and stuff. And I think that just makes so much more sense on like world building. Yeah. Instead of just like focusing so much on like retelling the same story. Like,
Hogwarts Legacy did so well as a video game because it doesn't follow the books.
It's all new stuff, right? Yeah. They could easily take like some of the new stuff they've introduced there and like build on the world. Like and I know that like Harry Potter as a whole is a massive world because there's so many like
creative elements.
But there's like different things. Like I know that there's like the play, right? That's like a different story.
Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. That should be made into a movie. I don't know why we haven't made it yet. Like the characters are old enough.
Different ways to do it.
Yeah, you know? The actors are old enough now.
I don't know anything about that, but like, sure.
Basically, it's like, I think it, give or take, let's say it's like 25 years after Voldemort dies. Right. So the main cast is like adults with kids now.
Okay, got it.
And so the kids go to school. It's very much what so many sequels are. It's like,
so like
the main cast,
yeah. Like it's a lot of like shows that are coming back now from like when we were younger, right? It's like the parents are like in it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like none of those people want to come back now, so
But I also will
cannot do that.
Well, I also say one thing about Harry Potter and the Cursed Child that is so funny, and so many people agree with it, is like the play kind of makes Harry's son and Draco's son kind of have this like weird, like, are they gay for each other? Like plot line. Because like they become best friends and like they like have to save the day. But then like there's a girl involved and like I think they kind of make it seem like Draco's son is gay, and
Okay.
like it's very funny, but then it's also kind of like, wait, imagine Harry and Draco had to become
maybe
like.
there's a fanfic somewhere. I'm sure there is.
No, this play is literally fanfic that I feel like got greenlit. That's what people say, because
Okay.
like I kid you not, when I watched the play and saw that they were actively making these two characters kind of gay for each other, I was like,
Isn't there
this
someone from the movie that's gay now? That's like I don't know, bigger gay person? Is it
like the
Draco?
actor
Yeah,
or like
yeah,
the
sorry.
character?
Is it the Draco guy? The
No,
actor.
he's not gay.
But isn't there like a guy from Harry Potter that was like not hot and now he's like hot and gay?
Oh, he's hot, but he's not gay. Neville.
Then maybe that's just my.
No, Neville, the actor.
I see the gays post about it. Maybe
yeah,
that's
he's
why.
just hot now. I don't think he's gay.
Got it.
But
this is how little I care about.
Also,
Harry Potter.
another thing, we're going so off topic.
Whatever, I don't care. It's the end of the episode.
One thing I found so interesting about Harry Potter when I was such a big fan before J.K. Rowling became the person she is today, was after the books came out, J.K. Rowling was like, by the way, Dumbledore's gay. And I was like,
yeah,
I was like, girl, you did not leave any of that info in the book. It just felt like she was like, and let me just throw a little diversity for you. Like,
yeah.
And she's like, you got to read between the lines. I'm like, I'm reading between the lines and I don't see shit.
Yeah, she obviously changed her tune on some things because
Yeah.
she's like, let me just support the community just a little.
Yeah, but it's just funny sometimes when authors like they add things that weren't necessarily there.
Can you go back and read it and you're like, oh, I pick up on this now? Like
Maybe
she like used like the word, I don't know, like fruity in there, like hidden or something.
I don't know. I guess because
no.
he's so whimsical, like maybe.
Whimsical.
Like, and technically he had like beef with this old like wizard from his timeline or like his time period that he had to save the day. So like, I guess there could have been a romance there, but I don't know. It just felt very out of place.
So like Dumbledore origin story is what you need, basically.
That's what Fantastic Beasts was.
See,
So.
This is how is he gay in that?
They hint it, and then even like after she announced he was gay in the book, after the books were like done, in like I think it's Half-Blood Prince, they add this movie scene where it's Harry and Albus Dumbledore is picking him up, and they see this billboard of like this beautiful woman in lingerie, and Dumbledore's just like, interesting. And they just move it. And they added in for like 2 seconds of the film. I'm like, you're just doing this because the author was like, and he's gay.
Okay, but like, see, this is the part where it's like, it doesn't make any sense to me because you go out of your way to be like, he's gay. You do an origin story, and that's not even part of it, like other than a 2-second scene.
Yeah.
Like this just feels like you're just doing a little bit of fan service to like try and get people to try and get the gays.
Well,
they love our money. They love our money.
Last thing I'll say about Harry Potter, because like again, I was such a big fan, so now I have such a weird relationship with it.
Right.
But when you, in hindsight, like some of the things are, her only Asian character was named Cho Chang.
Right.
And like, and then I think some of like the wizarding world stuff, like she would create like indigenous wizards and stuff, but it was kind of like, I see that you're trying to be diverse, but it also kind of feels a little racist how you're handling these things.
Right.
And so in hindsight, I feel there's a very hard lens to look at Harry Potter with
I think
now.
it's sort of what we were talking about with America's Next Top Model, where it's like it is a thing of its time a little bit, unfortunately. And I think that the only like thing we can do now is like when we create these movies and when we create these things based off of like older material, we're not continuing those tropes. Like that's something you can change. You can change their name. You can change how you portray them so that it's not just like the stereotypical racist, rhetoric that like has been in the books. But I think a lot of time, like not to like try and give her any pass, but like, didn't she write these like way before they were even published too? Like, didn't she write Harry Potter like she was sitting on it for years or something like that, and like she got turned down so many times?
I don't know.
Like I feel like the actual material is older than the book itself, if that makes sense. I just remember reading this story about how like she like got turned down from like almost every publisher, and it was like the last publisher finally said yes, and she had been trying for years or something. I don't know. Maybe that's just like an internet lie that those entrepreneurship posts sometimes where it's like Oprah failed 6 times before, you know what I mean? And you're like, is this real? Anyways, J.K. Rowling is still trash, but and you can still love Harry Potter even though she's trash. But separate. Yeah, she's I don't like her. And that's that. And that's it.
I was like, how do we end that? Yeah. Anyways, thanks for tuning into this episode. Listen to the podcast wherever you listen to your podcast.
You should watch
Spotify,
it. No, watch it. No, because we opened the Hilary Duff vinyl.
Yeah,
so like,
watch it on
YouTube. Watch it on our Instagram, on our TikTok, anywhere you can watch it. Go buy the vinyl. I'm a vinyl lover. I'm excited we're doing these now. If you just can listen, and we'll see you next week.
I'm Michael Mello.
I'm Hugo Philippe. Bye.